Hey guys, how are you doing? This is Zev from Zed Outdoors and I hope you're having an awesome day. So today I'm at the Gloucestershire and Friends Spoon Club, which is in the county of Gloucestershire in the west of England. So we're just kind of near Wales and roughly 3 or so hours from London. Now this is the first time I'm attending this particular meetup. However, it's run by a good friend of mine, Dave Cockcroft, who I've known for many years and is also a very, very talented maker. Now we're going to be speaking to Dave shortly and hopefully doing a bit of a tour of his beautiful location that he's got here, that he also teaches from himself. Now this more specifically is in Tetbury. So if you're familiar with Gloucestershire, that's where we're located. Now this is a stunning part of the country. If you're familiar with the Cotswolds, the kind of picture perfect British countryside, this is exactly where we are. So it's a stunning part of the country that we're in. Now the Spoon Club concept, if you're not familiar with it, it's a very common thing in the UK in particular. We're around the country, there's very kind of formal, informal kind of meetups that happen, typically like a one-day thing, and it's more for kind of localized people to get together to carve spoons. Also do other crafts. It's typically not just restricted to spoon carving, even though that's kind of the through line craft. There are other crafts as well to come, and there's no pressure involved. Just come, relax, work at your own pace. You have teas and coffees and cakes, which is pretty much obligatory, right, at British events. So this is no different. It's on a Sunday that I'm here today. Now I actually came down yesterday. A few of us were allowed to come down the day before. We camped out overnight, had a really, really wonderful night out. Now where we're filming this is literally the 1st of October. And it's surprisingly mild for October, especially here in the UK. Like you see, I've got a t-shirt on, right? So it's a beautiful weather at the moment, although a little bit blustery, but it's been really lovely so far. And what makes this Spoon Club a bit special, I guess, is today's actually my birthday. So it's all by chance it all happened. And so yeah, also celebrating my birthday today with kind of mutual friends and whatnot. And like I said, Spoon Clubs are very kind of informal meetups. We come, relax. There's no hard and fast rules about what you can and cannot do. And it's a very, very relaxed environment. People from all skill levels and whatnot. So like I said, today I just want to document my time out here. I have attended other spoon carving meetups as well as green woodworking meetups and gatherings around the country, like the day meets, and I typically don't film those because those are like my time out, right? But this time around I thought, you know what, it's important that I document some of the kind of day meetups that I go to hopefully share with you so you can see kind of all the goings on and what's kind of happening. So I thought this is like the first Spoon Club that I'm ever documenting on my channel. And hopefully not the last, because my plan is in the future to attend the other spoon clubs around the country, as well as the green woodworking meetups, and to hopefully document those as well. So like I said, there's nothing hard and fast going on here in particular. It's a bunch of everything, but it's just a very relaxed vibe. And so hopefully this video is more of a kind of video diary to document my day out. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy the rest of this video.
How long you been there? 2.5 years. Was that on like a working visa? Yeah, working visa. You enjoy it over there? I loved it. Yeah. It was great. Yeah, I was in Melbourne. I was carving spoons and selling them and working on a farm and doing all sorts of pieces. Yeah, it's always laid back. Yeah. My girlfriend's just got residency over there. I got into it through that. I know, I made a list of wood.
Oh, okay.
I love everything about wood. I love the culture and the history and people involved. And
yeah.
I love it all. And through it, through the material of wood, you get to meet. It's such an interesting way to explore the world around you.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah.
What a beautiful way. Much more enriching. Imagine if you're into like plastic.
They've got to be up there, haven't they?
Oh, yeah. first cut again, you got a bit very shallow.
Yeah. Are you thinking you won't?
Well, on top, if I'm sitting
It's just I got on really well with her. She was really
push up the wood.
Yeah, I know. And she was really singing your praises everywhere she could.
and then I did the first year. The second year I did a small
Good. Right, so
yeah, get fixed, and so it was quite badly decimated.
some
The
extent.
coppice that was under
But it's also
the
getting
tree.
you use
Yeah, because yours was the coppice on the way
the
in.
belt's flat now. Now
And
slide
then-
along.
and so then I
Yeah,
was,
you
they
extend
said,
the surface. Slide along
I don't
again.
have it true, but I think so.
Yeah,
I would actually get in my
slide
hand,
along.
so
Yeah, yeah.
and she didn't reply, and I thought, uh-oh. And so then I waited, and then she replied and said, oh, as of last month.
In a way, what we're doing
I'm
here,
thinking
because it's
to
quite
change
unsupported,
the way
I
I'm
always
doing
support
it.
like off my
So
chest.
this is what I've heard. Oh, yeah, we're talking about
No
that.
longer
So, in a way,
having a place.
Yeah, he just comes out. It's nice, isn't it?
That's it.
I don't know.
And then he pops out, just go back onto that surface, extend the surface. I have my thumb across this side. Yeah?
So,
Yeah? And the tip of the knife, the last third of the knife is making the cut.
okay.
Yeah.
Do you use this wrist for?
Well, you can do, but for this, it's not so important because we're just trying to extend that surface through.
It'll come over.
So each time, but what you want to avoid, when you, the sort of surface you're getting, it means you're sort of tipping the knife up to make it go in, and then you've got to pull it out again.
Yeah.
You're getting this sort of surface all the time. Yeah, and all you're going to get is these little dug out things.
Yeah, that's what I get.
It's all about putting the bevel on the surface and sliding along. The bevel is your control, the flat bevel on the knife. I'm trying to put that thumb across here. It doesn't really push there. It doesn't really help. That's it. There more. Yeah. Good.
So I registered with the tax office as a spooner. Yeah, spooner, yeah. You know that was what inspires me. Yeah, so I went to the music festival, right? And I was sat carving spoons in front of the drum. Yeah. And after these really attractive young women came in. And oh my god. You're perfect for our festival spoon. And they were going to do their festival was going to be like a basically spoons in this circle. And they were going to do
the reason Varna wanted to come for years.
So I'd like to introduce you to Dave Cockcroft, a friend of mine and also a very talented full-time craftsman who kind of manages this location, but is also the organiser of the Gloucestershire and Friends Spoon Carving Club. Dave, I appreciate you taking a moment out to do this video. Just wanted to ask you, what's the genesis of the Gloucestershire Spoon Club?
Well, it actually didn't originate with me. It originated with Jamie Carr, who was running a spoon club in Cirencester many years ago. And then when I took on being one of the folks who rents this place, we moved the spoon club here, and gradually over the years it's grown and grown. We had about 30 odd people today, It was a bit crazy.
Yeah, no, it was a really, really good turnout today. And also we've been blessed with the weather as well, considering it's
Yeah, we were lucky today, weren't we?
Yeah.
We even went for a swim.
Yeah, went for a wild swim. That was fantastic. So I just wanted to, with your permission, just do a little bit of a walk around of your actual location here, because you've obviously done a lot of work on it over the years, considering with the teaching that you do, as well as your spoon club, etc. Would it be all right just to talk us a little bit about kind
have
of...
a wander around.
Yeah,
And
sure.
I just want to say, you know, I teach and work in this location. I'm not the principal leasee. That's a chap called Adrian Lehman, whose website is wholewoods.co.uk. He's a roundwood timber framer. So most of the buildings here are Adrian's work and work with volunteers. He runs things called build camps where volunteers come and he shows them how to put stuff together. Anyway, so we can start here.
Let's start here.
We don't actually go in the kitchen. We can look in through. We have this stone building here. This end of it is our kitchen. We have cooking facilities and storage facilities, washing up facilities, serving facilities.
So we'll just have a quick
We can have a
just
quick-
walk in. Yeah, look in. Because this is actually really impressive what you've done here, by the way.
There's Jane down the end there.
Hello, Jade.
Giggling. So we have rocket stoves, and chopping up areas, washing up areas. Oh, and this big box here, nobody understands what this is. This is like our cooker. This is our hay box. We cook the soup in here today. So early in the morning, you make a big cauldron of soup and plop it in there. Put the lid on, forget about it for a few hours, and it's all perfectly cooked by lunchtime.
No way. Oh, wow.
You ate the soup, didn't you?
I did. That was delicious.
Good. We had nettle soup today.
Yeah, that was nettles you actually foraged as well, didn't you?
Yeah, nettles from where people camped. I picked the nettles before I sized it in the little under tree camp area, which we could go to next.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's wander around. So this bit is where we call the front garden, which is all full of the clutter from the people who are here today. Over here, underneath the trees, is a little camping area. So through here we could put a few tents and you can camp under these, God, I've forgotten what they are, Corsican pines, these ones, which is kind of strange in Gloucestershire, but that's what they are. Over here we have some washing facilities. We have a small washroom for washing your face in the morning or whatever. And here is our shower room, which we don't really need to go in, but it's quite primitive. We have a little pump and a bucket of warm water. You can have a nice shower in there. So there's 4 of us all together who rent this space. And the first bit we're going to see here, I don't know whose bed it is, someone's bed. These lathes belong to Tommy, who's a spindle turner and a firelighter. He does fire by friction. He teaches at festivals and he teaches at a place called Ruskin Mill, and sometimes he teaches courses at weekends here. There's some more of his lathes. Oh, that's just a big old mattress, ignore that. This bit is our big dining table. One of the benches is moved out at the moment. We can seat lots of people there for meals on courses.
And is this a table that you guys have made?
Yeah. I mean, Adrian principally made it. It's a big slab of redwood. Look at it. It's a massive, great lump of wood. And it used to be redder than this. It's gone a bit brown now, but it's very pretty.
And this barn, is this something that you've had to
Our
renovate?
office.
So this barn, is this something you've had to renovate over the years then?
No, we're on Duchy estate, Duchy land. And when, about 15 years ago, when a guy called Brian Williamson, who is head of the UK Coppice Association, or at least has been, he works out of Westonbirt now, Brian found it and made an agreement that Duchy would renovate the stone buildings. And if you swing round and look at the big pole barn, Duchy provided material, and Adrian and Brian built the big pole barn. Pole barn refers to the big posts that hold it up.
And for those who are not familiar with the term duchy, what does that mean?
So the duchy is the estate that belongs to the Prince of Wales, which was Prince Charles, now King Charles. So we're very near here to Highgrove, which is Charles's land or house, and we're kind of on his pet farm. So we're on an organic farm. The fields and things here, nowadays they're all pasture, and the woods nearby and things are all owned by the Duchy estate. And Prince Charles particularly had things like the Prince's Foundation, which is very in support of country crafts and heritage building. So they were quite supportive of this being set up here on the land. Hence they let us have it for relatively low rent, and were supportive of the buildings and things that have been done here. Again, it's a storage area where swallows nest. This building, currently called the Bothy, is a bedroom, but will be a sauna. In here, it's all half built at the moment. You can see, I don't know if Zed's camera does this, but this end it'll have a partition, that end will be sauna, this is changing room, and upstairs will be a sleeping area.
And the wood from this is things that you've harvested and processed and whatnot?
Yeah. Well, a lot of wood comes in, a lot of the posts and structures and things come in partly for courses, and then we can reuse them afterwards into buildings. Or sometimes the buildings are built on courses. But this one's just been a background activity that's been running on for quite a while. Again, mainly run by Adrian and some volunteers. Rather than myself, I've helped in minor ways. Quite minor ways, I have to say. That will, I don't know when it'll be finished. We're hoping it'll be finished for saunas this winter, but that might not be the case anymore. It might take longer than that. As I say, it's a background activity. Over here we have the remnants of Spoon Club. Deborah and Jonathan having a natter, and you'll see all the equipment for timber framing courses and things. We could walk in through here this way if you like. So this is into the main barn, where we do most of the teaching out of this area, or out then in the open spaces. And these are all leftovers from Adrian's courses on timber framing, where people were learning to mark out and cut joints for making roundwood structures, round houses. We'll go to the round house in a few minutes. Yeah, most of the equipment's not here at the moment. There's only little remnants like these weird mallets. Look at these.
God, they're amazing, those.
Cut from... There's been ash felled in the woods near here, so there's lots of little bits for chopping at the moment. It's quite useful. The drums are very important. When you've got lots of people chiselling on courses and they're going too fast, Adrian can play the drums and slow them down.
Oh, interesting.
It works with axing on courses as well. When everyone's axing too quickly, you can just set a rhythm. Slow down the axing. It's very useful. They don't know it's happening to them, but it secretly slides into them. This is my work area, where I make chairs and things. My very tatty workbench and other bits and pieces. Again, some of the shave horses aren't in here. There's a couple of a bowl lathe and a spindle lathe down the end.
But shade making is basically your speciality, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm a chair maker. Fundamentally, I make chairs, particularly things called Welsh stick chairs. But I have made all kinds of chairs. And here I run one-on-one sessions with people who want to make chairs sometimes, and I get wood in and I split up and shape pieces initially, and then I usually go elsewhere to an indoor workshop to do the finishing, because I have to be able to dry the wood properly, which I can't really do here. Not so easily anyway. Other bits of equipment, this is a thing called a cleaving brake and a froe. Very important bit of kit for when you're splitting bits of wood out to the right sizes. And then we can wander over that way. Oh, do you want to see the compost loo?
Oh, let's see the throne.
The throne room.
It's so comfortable, Dave.
It's the most comfy loo in the world, officially. So around the back here we have our compost loo. Oh, is anyone in there? Apparently it's empty, the door's shut. There you go.
Check that out.
It's very posh, this room, and it's actually getting painted. We have an artist in residence, Sarah, who's going to come back and finish painting it. And I'll put the lid on. And we even had a stained glass window installed recently.
Yeah, I was looking at that off camera. That's amazing.
So from inside, it's nice looking out of that.
So it's like a poo with a view.
Poo with a view, definitely. Well, you can sit there and watch the birds and stuff. It's nice. So over there, it's kind of log store. Bits of wood we haven't got around to using yet. And then over this side, we have recreational areas. So this is the back garden now, which is a kind of wildlife-y. Look at all the teasels and nettles. It's full of butterflies on sunny days. This is wood to be turned into firewood eventually. This barn, long barn here, is called the Bug Barn. It's a storage bays for lots of different things, or sometimes you can bivvy out in them. So we had 2 bedrooms in there yesterday. Zed slept in one.
I did, and it was very, very comfortable as well.
And then what's special about this one is the roof is an invertebrate roof. And we put lots of old logs and stones and rocks and low-grade nutrient poor soil up there, and it makes an environment for bugs. So gradually we're filling up the roof to be a place where lots of creatures can live.
Oh wow! So that will support the weight as well then.
Oh yeah. No, they're big structures in there. You can put lots of weight on these roofs. You can see it's quite a pretty. It's a bit bonkers. It's got these giant pillars at the front because they're Lawson cypress that happened to be the wood that was available in the wood yard at the time that no one else had any use for, so it was cheap or free even, I can't remember. And then this is our outdoor fire pit area where we all sat around last night on courses again. You can have a fire, sing songs, muck about.
A question I asked you actually last night with the seating, that's actually all one piece, isn't it? The boomerang shape.
Again, that's a limb off a Lawson cypress. They have these branches that drop down low and then go up again. So this was a big branch that was chainsawed through the middle, and we've got a couple of benches here made from it. It's a nice surrounding the fire kind of bench. And then finally, what we call the living room is the roundhouse. Which is a bit, so we can have chairs all round in here. Rainy days, if you're on courses, you can sit in here, or if you're visiting, we have a fire, and doesn't matter if it's raining outside.
So these sides you built up over time, didn't you? I remember.
Oh, the whole building. I mean, stuff here happens quite slowly. All these projects. This didn't have a roof on for years.
Yeah.
And then it had half a roof, and then it had a waterproof roof, and then it had the lantern, and then slowly. Then you can come in here and just take the last shot out through again. Our artist in residence has painted the entranceway here rather beautifully, and all the colours in that are pigments she made from things she found on site here. So there's charcoal, and there was a brick or something she ground up for the red, and then there was some of the Cotswold stone, and these animal faces and things all come up working around knots that were in the wood. Like that was a knot there, it's an eye, that nostril's a knot. So gradually we're decorating it, but it all happens slowly over the years.
No, that's beautiful. I've got one last question for you, Dave, before we wrap up the video. So.
Yeah.
If those watching are based in the Gloucestershire area and they want to maybe consider coming down to one of your meetups, what's the kind of procedure around that?
Well, so the Spoon Club here is for people who have already learned how to carve spoons. We're not particularly teaching. It's a place for people who already have spoon carving skills to come and spend time with each other and socialise and share skills. If you have those skills and you want to join in, then contact me is best. If you look at my website, davecockcroft.com, or find me, Dave the Bodger.
Dave the Bodger.
At Dave the Bodger on Instagram. Send me a message. I can add you into our WhatsApp group where we organise it.
Dave, I just want to wrap up by saying thank you for your hospitality during my visit down. You've been inviting me for quite some time, and finally, at a time and stuff to kind of come down, and I'm really glad I did. It was a really wonderful couple of days. So I just want to kind of thank you for putting this together and for inviting me down.
That's great, man. We've really liked having you here. I'm glad you got to throw axes and shoot arrows.
I did. That was off camera, but we did that. Yeah, that was a really, really fun experience. So once again, Dave, thank you so much.
Cool. Nice having you here, man.
So there you have it, my friends. That is a wrap for this short video of my time here at the Spoon Club in Gloucestershire and friends in the west of England. I've had an amazing couple of days, and this day in particular for the actual main part of the Spoon Club has been really, really nice. Like I mentioned at the very beginning, I've known Dave for some years. He's been inviting me down, so it was great to finally have the opportunity to come down. And I usually do attend the Spoon Clubs and Greenwood working clubs around the UK, and I typically don't film. It's like a personal day out, and also for a lot of the attendees, it's time for them to just kick back, relax and do some carving. Now today I didn't actually film as much as I wanted to, because there was a lot of things I decided not to film out of respect for people that were here who just simply wanted some time out, and also for myself. There was a lot of people here that I've known online but I've never met in person, so it was an opportunity to catch up with them. Partway through as well, we went to a wild swimming spot which is about 5 minutes away, and we went for a little forage thing. I didn't decide to film those. Once again, those were kind of private moments that happened just outside the remit of the Spoon Club. So by the time everything was done, dusted, I didn't have a lot of time to finish, film loads of stuff at the Spoon Carving Club today. But I tried to get a little bit of a few things that were going on to hopefully give you a bit of an insight into how a lot of the Spoon Clubs in the United Kingdom work. If ever you get the opportunity to attend any of those or the Greenwood Working Meetups, I highly recommend you do so. They're fantastic places to connect with others, like-minded people, especially if you're attending one in your locality. And it's also a great way to share skills and ideas and concepts, and also to garner a lot of inspiration as well. So as I mentioned before when I was speaking to Dave, if you are based in the Gloucestershire region and you have a bit of basic experience with spoon carving and you want to attend, I will put links below to David's profile so you can go check him out. Be in touch with him first, speak to him, and as long as he gives you the A-OK, then obviously you can go down and visit his venue yourself with the amazing things that are going on. And I just want to say thank you. I didn't film this on video, but it was kind of a bit of a personal thing. But Deborah Schnabley-Morell, who is also here, who I actually drove down with from London, she very kindly made a cake, and yeah, we celebrated my birthday. It was her birthday just a few days ago, so we did like a double birthday thing. Or as Dave called it, because I'm Zed, she's Deborah, he referred to us as Zebra. so that's what we refer to us as. But I didn't record it on video. Once again, it was a bit of a personal thing. I just want to say thanks to Deborah, and also to Dave and to the rest of the team and everyone here for just making me feel really at home, and their kind hospitality. And it really has been a wonderful, wonderful couple of days here at the Gloucestershire Spoon Club. The weather, especially for October, has been amazing, like really, really warm, very unusual for this time of year, but hey, I'm not complaining. So hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, link below to Dave's profiles. Highly recommend you go check them out. I hope that, all fingers crossed, I hope to get Dave on a dedicated video in the future when circumstances permit. He's a very, very talented craftsman, very well respected with the work that he does, both with chair making, spoon carving, etc. So fingers crossed, I hope to be collaborating with him in the future at some point when it's convenient for the both of us. So links below to Dave's profiles, and hope you enjoyed this video. So until the next installment of a Zed Outdoors video, I hope whatever you're doing, you have a blessed day, a blessed week ahead. From me in beautiful Gloucestershire in the west of England, peace out.